box of new car parts. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As I'm sure as you just saw in this box right here, we've got new car parts for the Bonneville. Sponsored by ZZP. Not really, I wish, but maybe one day, ZZP, hit me up. These are ZZP's polished 3800 V6 valve covers. These look absolutely bougie, especially compared to the crap plastic ones that I'll show you in the car in a second. These are also supposedly supposed to help the car run a little bit cooler, which any 3800 needs because they all run really hot, or maybe I've just got a problem with mine. It never overheats, but it's always very, very warm. These are gonna look amazing on the car too. I'm so excited to put these on. Stay tuned for this video to see how good it looks, and if you're thinking about getting these for your 3800, great. If you wanna just hang out with me, which I guess 376 of you do, then great, let's have a good video.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
These are the absolutely ugly covers I was telling you guys about before. They're plastic, they're this terrible material, they get dirty so easily because of the color that they are. The silver ones, or sorry, the polished ones will get dirty too, but like, this doesn't look good, that doesn't look good. There's nothing about these that looks good. Step one is gonna be getting this ugly cover back off, so we're gonna have to remove this plastic cover here, these two bolts, take this off. Similar kind of thing on the back, just no cover like this on the far side, and well, other than the fact that it's absolutely cramped back there for space to get that off. This one's gonna be easy. This one, maybe not so much. Let's get into it. We're not at a supercharger yet, boys, but I am so excited to be doing work on this car's engine. This car will be with me forever. It's gonna be a supercharged monster when I'm done, as monstrous as you've ever seen a 3800 car built. Trust me.
Everything is on me, oh you matter what, add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what, add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up, matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me.
Now I'm gonna clean all this up before we put the other gasket, or not the other gasket, the other valve cover back on. I'll see you in a little bit. And there we go, just like I showed you guys at the start of the video, the ZZP polished valve covers. So for a little before and after. That was a mistake without gloves on. Big mistake. There's the before, there's the after. Before, after. Those are gonna look so much better. Now we've got the new gaskets. And this is the first one that's gonna go on, so it's the same as this other one I already showed you over here. And well, I guess I'm gonna have to get it out at some point here, but that's gonna look amazing. And I'm gonna try not to scratch the hell out of it as I put it on the car. All right, let's do this. You may or may not have just watched me really struggle there for the last time lapse, but if you didn't watch me struggle, I was struggling. May or may not have stripped a bolt or something, so I'm gonna have to get another bolt. Lost a bolt somewhere in the engine bay, so if I can't find it, I'm just gonna give up, go to Trips and get another bolt. It's on, it's looking good. The engine needs a bath now though, because now there's like clean parts on it and the rest of it's a mess. So we're gonna have to do that, and now you guys are gonna to see some really funny footage of me trying to get this one off, so enjoy that. Now if this looks like a lot of fun to anybody at home, yeah, it is, sure. Okay, there's one. It's a good time, it's a real good time. I did this to myself, right? So there's not a whole lot I can say. It's good. The end result is gonna be great. It's the whole getting to that end result part of the equation, you know? Always little things that come up, and this and that. Holy crap, boys. So I got called into work for a couple hours. Now I'm back. I had to get bolts, so we went to Trips real quick. I didn't film that, but if you want to look at my Instagram right here, it should be on my story. Got a few extra bolts here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the ones we got from trips. Thank you to that maroon Impala. Now let's try and finish this. It's also really hot out. It's probably one of the hottest days it's been in a long time. Now what we have to do is I've already taken the belt off the alternator. The alternator has to get disconnected so it can swing out of the way so we can get this valve cover off. The back one's... Okay, there we go. There's our alternator. That alternates. I'm gonna set it just off to the side here for a second. So now we have to get this thing off. Yeah, we have to get this bracket needs to come off so this can come off because it's blocking it right now. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to be really careful with how we go about doing that. Situation report. It is currently 10:08 p.m. I obviously did not get this done before work, so here we are. It's, well, you know, there's the Elantra. It's dark out now, so it's just going to be me, some music, my lights, a lot of lights, and we're going to try and finish putting this beast back together. Let's do this. After what feels like way too long, second valve cover is off, which was an absolute party of a time to get that off. Let's do a quick time update here. What time are we at? 10:41. We might be in with a shot of getting this done by midnight. Let's see. Also, I don't know if you can tell by my face, but it's hot out here. Even though it's late, it's hot. Here we go. I did this in the house, just off camera, but put the new gasket in on the new valve cover here. So same thing on the other side, just no place for the oil cap because the one on the rear doesn't have an oil cap. It's gonna look great. You're not gonna see it as much from the back of the engine. I've heard of some people only doing the front, but like that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me because you look at the front and be like, oh, it's shiny, and then you look at the back and just see it's the old ugly plastic one. So I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do it properly. We're gonna do it this way. So let's start the process of putting this on and putting the whole thing back together. I've also got I've never had to bleed the coolant on this thing before because the coolant came out when I took the elbows off to get the valve cover off. It's a whole thing. I have to learn how to bleed a 3800, so that'll be fun. So let's do this. I don't even know if I actually have enough coolant at the house to do it, so we'll see. Front cover is on with the ZZP oil cap, and damn, that looks good. The back one is on. You can see it back there. This whole thing needs a clean up. I'm using about as much energy as I have left because it is now past midnight, almost 12:30 I think. Last time I looked it was 12:25, so it's pretty late. We have to tighten this all up, put the serpentine belt back on, bleed the coolant system, clean up this mess, sorry mom, and then test drive it, which should be a lot of fun. That's actually, I'm hyped for that. I love driving at night, that'll be fun. Let's finish this project before I fall asleep, which is a very real possibility at this point. Next day, again, I know this is taking way too long, but I don't just have time to work on the cars. So I got life and then I got the cars. So because we were pulling off that part of the engine, we decided to replace these. So these are the stock plastic coolant elbows that run coolant on the top of the engine. These are the replacement aluminum ones because these ones are known to fail, especially when taking the coolant bracket off. So we're gonna do these ones while I'm in there. They're also gonna match the valve covers and the oil cap and maybe the power logs when they come, maybe. So there's one new coolant hose and the other one is, can I get you guys a good shot of it? Yeah, there it is down there. So now I've eliminated that problem because these 3800s love to blow the original ones out because they're plastic. So now we have the nice fancy aluminum ones. So that should solve that problem. Well, dressing the engine up a little bit with the valve covers and the new pipes. And especially when this thing gets supercharged, it's gonna need those anyway. So this is investment. This is current Braden investing in future Braden. I also probably looks terrible because it's hot as hell outside right now. Well, she's running. The coolant is, I think, bled. We're gonna pull it out of the garage now, take it for a little spin just to make sure, like, just to heat the engine up a little bit. It's already at operating temperature in there. So now we're gonna take it out for a little spin just to see if we can get the temperature to creep up at all, to know if I need to bleed the system again or not. I've already checked. This cover's not leaking any oil. That cover's not leaking any oil. Let's do this. far so good. I'm keeping the heater on, trying to get the thermostat to open up, and on a hot day with the heater going, like there's a reason I got every single window down in this car right now. I love this car though. Like nobody will understand why I love this car, but I love this car. Well, except for Cameron, he might get it. And Sean might get it too. Not too much scent, just enough scent.